Hello, everyone. Welcome to Take 5. How was your weekend? This is, if you're watching it when we intended to place it, this is Tuesday. I hope your weekend was a good one. I'm in Northeast Ohio, and we have more snow than Antarctica. Although with global warming, I'm not sure how much Antarctica has right now. Anyway, we take 5 minutes, and we try to look at spiritual things, primarily Christianity-centered, but not exclusively, primarily biblically centered, but not exclusively, and try to apply it to where we live and see what do we understand about this. And we started last week. This is the third show. We're calling it 5 on 10, where we're looking at the 10 Commandments. First coming out of Judaism, out of the book of Exodus, also out of the book of Deuteronomy. And we're looking at the 10 Commandments, and we're saying, let's look 5 minutes at each of them and see what they say to our lives and our spiritual lives. And we haven't even gotten to the first commandment, and I promised we'd get to it today. And guess what? One more time, we're not going to. Partly because of a conversation I had over the weekend, and part as I was thinking back as a kid. I grew up Roman Catholic. Now I'm in a more evangelical or Protestant, undenominational world as it evolves. But here's what I noticed, and maybe you've noticed it too. Have you ever noticed that there are different listings of the 10 Commandments? The content is the same, but they're sort of listed different. I grew up Roman Catholic, and in the Roman Catholic teachings, the first 2 commandments are all about God. In the Protestant world, not the Lutheran world goes more with the Roman Catholic world. In the Protestant world, the first 3 commandments are all about God. Here, for Catholic 10 commandment number 1, I am the Lord your God. You shall not have strange gods before me. Number 2, you shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain. The more Protestant way of doing things, whether you're Presbyterian or Baptist or evangelical or whatever, commandment number 1, you shall have no other gods before me. You shall not make unto you any graven images. That one's missing. And then number 3, you shall not take the Lord your God name in vain. And so what the Roman Catholic list does in 2, the Protestant list does in 3. So there are only 9, where they make it up on the Catholic side is at the end about coveting. 9 and 10 on the Catholic list are about coveting. You shall not covet your neighbor's wife, number 9. Number 10, you shall not covet your neighbor's goods. In the Protestant side of things, I can't think of a better way to call it, there's only 1. Number 10, you shall not covet anything that belongs to your neighbor. So why the different listings? I even went into the Jewish world, and they have various lists, believe it or not, based on, is it Deuteronomy 5 or is it Exodus 20? Now again, the content doesn't differ. Where they divide the commands is what differs. And the closest I could see on the lists, it seems as if Augustine, you remember him? He was the one that took what traditionally would have been the first 3 in the Protestant world, and you'll see now in the Jewish world, were the first 3, and he put them into 2, the Catholic list. So in many ways, it might be more accurate to say the Catholic list of the 10 Commandments are more Augustinian than the Protestant or the evangelical list. Content the same. Why does this matter? It really doesn't, but that might be something you had going on in your mind. The 10 Commandments are still vital. They're still very important for whatever list you're going from. And so here's what I thought. When we go through our list, to be clear, I'm going to follow the version of the 10 proposed by a professor of Bible from Hebrew University in Jerusalem. His name is Moshe Wenfield, Rabbi Moshe Wenfield. And he says this list, the 10, are the closest to the original intention. He's a rabbi. He knows his Hebrew scriptures better than I do. Let's go with Dr. Wenfield's. And so I thought I'd Weinfield. So I thought I'd read it to you. This is the list that we will follow. Okay, ready? 1, I am the Lord your God. You shall have no gods before me. 2. You shall make no carved images. 3. You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain. 4. Remember the Sabbath day to hallow it. 5. Honor your father and your mother. 6. You shall not murder. 7. You shall not commit adultery. 8. You shall not steal. 9. You shall not bear false witness against your fellow man. And 10. You shall not covet. That's the list from Professor Weinfeld, Rabbi of Hebrew University. We're going to use that list as we walk through the 10 Commandments. I went over 1 minute. I'll see you Thursday as we continue our 5 on 10. Have a great Tuesday or whatever day you watched it. See ya.